like a while ago, I got a message from a man in his 50s or 60s, and he spoke to me about how he was moved to tears viewing my images. And that thought alone, that feedback made me very emotional.
Welcome to Behance Narrated. We called the photographer behind this fascinating set of superimposed images. Here is Adeolu Osibodu.
So I was skateboarding downhill on a longboard, going really fast. And the next thing I know, I woke up in a car. So I must have gone unconscious, and it was very near death. And then when I recovered, I realized that I saw things differently, both time and how everything moved. This method of it's called superimposing, I suppose, or superposition. It basically has to do with shooting multiple versions of myself with a camera and tripod, and then stitching them all together and masking them, because it took a while for me to really understand and value the significance of time and how fleeting it is, until I had my accident in 2016. Because most of my work depicts a sense of nostalgia and a blend of the past and the future. This shot is a portrait of my friend with his heads all over the place, and this was photographed also by using a tripod. Also, the shot with my head's on the floor. This was also achieved by superimposition technique of shooting the subject in different positions but from the same angle, so the camera remains still and you photograph the subject at different positions, and then we get to mask that in Photoshop. And so the idea of having multiple versions of the same subject in the picture, I guess it explores the changes the subject has gone through and the versions of the subject and the time to which the subject has evolved. The subject by the door is Dolapo, my friend Dolapo, and the two figures by the sides are me holding the candle, and then I asked him to peek through the door at different points in the image. It was also shot with a tripod, so I had the shot from basically the same angle and the subject at different points. So I was able to then mask in Photoshop and create the idea that there were different people or different versions of the same person peeking through the door. This was all lit by candles, so if you zoom in, you see a lot of grain from the high ISO. I like to use a timer on my camera, so it beeps for a set amount of time, then it takes consecutive shots. So those consecutive shots allow me to change position of myself, change position of my subject, in order to get different shots which could then be masked. So the accident really made me more passionate, more driven about the things I want from life and how I wanted to express myself in photography. So online platforms like Behance have actually been really, really helpful, because I get to present my work in sort of like a professional way, and I can get to edit, rearrange, and sort of curate the images to tell different stories. So it was really fascinating when I started getting commercial jobs and projects through it. But all the same, I feel grateful, and I'm glad I get to explore different thoughts and ideas. And some projects get to really push me out of my comfort zone and make me really, really think out of my regular style of work. But it's all challenges, and I'm grateful for them, and they help me grow.